Too warm. Alright, that's why. Hey, sleepyhead. Wake up. He remains you mud again. Is this form just the default by this point? Thought you liked being human again. Well, at least you can change at will now. And you know exactly who to thank. All for the low price of being my manservant. I will say, having a werewolf staffing my place is growing increasingly promising. Not to mention interesting. You're lucky I have other monsters that leave various sorts of messes, and you should count yourself doubly lucky that you aren't one of the ones on cleaning duty. The hellhounds shed enough as is, which is why they never come in the house. Now I've got a big one walking around the place with enough fur to more than make up for their lack of indoor privilege. Hopefully your uniform will trap a lot of that hair. Gosh, the mates are gonna complain so much. Excuse me? What do you mean I wasn't complaining last night? You make it sound so crass. Besides, your texture is admittedly quite nice. I like fluffy things. Why do you think I have so many pillows and stuffed animals? No, I'm not ashamed. I have to have some sort of hobby, which this estate is more than large enough to house. Gardening, sewing, painting. What's the use in immortality if I can't enjoy the finer things in life? If you can recall that much from yesterday, then you can recall the fact that I said your hazing would be especially brutal. You're going to get put through your paces, alright. I need you to be properly trained if you're going to be helping with the maintenance and protection of my lovely manor. He needs to learn to be proper if he's going to be romantic material. Wait, why am I even thinking about that? I mean, sure, he's cute as a human, and nice enough as well. And he gives good, strong hugs as a flea bag. But that's nothing to write home about. Why are you looking at me like that? I know I'm beautiful, but still. I was just lost in thought is all. Now come on. We're heading to the library. We'll be focusing on proper manners and etiquette you'll need, even if you'll also be filling a defensive role. Many of my servants are trained in both regards, as am I. You're an extension of my reputation and pride when I have guests over, and as such, you'll need to look and act the part. Your uniform already covers most of the looks. You'll also need to learn proper self-care habits. More than just taking baths, I mean. We'll have someone cut your hair from time to time for you, so don't worry about that. I wonder if your wolf form reflects your normal haircut. I could maybe look into that. However, I digress. Come along, and let's begin your study. Here we are. It's massive, I know. Having collected books for so long, it gets to be like this. Maybe one day I'll be able to put the Great Library of Alexandria to shame. I wasn't alive to see it, so don't get any ideas. I'm not that old. There's sections for everything, from botany to magic to economics. I'm a polymath by nature, but what I collect most of at any given time largely has to do with what I'm interested in. Let's give the ledger a quick glimpse. It should be under... Aha! Now to grab the books you're going to be reading. Allow me. Don't let it feel too daunting. Well, maybe just daunting enough. These are the ones you'll be reading and practicing with for the next few days. It's not all in one go, goodness no. You need proper rest to absorb all that information regardless. Now, let's get to studying. Have a seat, big guy. Best get ready. You're gonna be wishing you were dead like me very soon. Yes, that's the basic gist of it. But the cup should be held with only your thumb and index, holding the saucer in your hand gently. Do not put your fingers all the way through. Also, do remember to let the tea drip most of the way off of the spoon first. We'll work on your posture tomorrow, but that concludes your first day of etiquette. I know you're most certainly sick of all this, so let's take an educational walk around the grounds. We need to get you familiarized with the layout of the place, so you aren't wandering around asking for directions every 5 minutes. I'll take you around the manor, showing you the different rooms, and then we'll walk through the gardens and by the greenhouse. Come now, much to look at. Over here is the entrance to the kitchen and pantry, and connected to it is the dining hall. You'll be eating dinner with the rest of us in there, although lunches are typically brought to your room by another servant. I enjoy a sort of communal dining experience with all that live with me here. After all, everyone here is both guest and staff. I care not for role nor rank in this place. The books may teach otherwise, but this is a bit of my personal philosophy. I'm not necessarily your typical nobility, after all. I forgot to mention. There exist other noble vampire families, aside from me. We have various rules that we abide by to keep the peace, and to keep our bloodlines from being hunted. It's quite a hassle a lot of the time. Not out of animosity or disdain for the other houses, no, but for the meetings we're required to attend. I suppose it happens quite rarely in the scope of mortals, but it seems like every other week that I have to go to one of them. We hold them annually, at a different location each time. Luckily, my estate isn't slated to be the locale for at least another decade. Right, where were we? Right, this here is the... Are you even paying attention anymore? I swear you're going to need the most training out of anyone in my service. Let's just head to the garden. I'm sure that'll be more your pace. Right this way, then. It's just through those double doors. The flight in didn't do my garden justice. It's quite beautiful this time of year. I've been growing it for ages now. We can walk through here and smell the roses, if you're so inclined. Not those ones, though. Those put you to sleep. The greenhouse is just this way. Here we are, in all its glory. Bet you thought it'd be smaller. I house a lot of plants in here. Mandrakes, nightshades, you name it. Don't worry, I've made sure that the wolf's bane is far in the back where you don't have to deal with it. If you take up an interest in botany, I'll be more than happy to bring you under my tutelage. Oh, this plant is one of my favorites. I use a dried version for some of my makeup. Mostly lip makeup. What? What's wrong with using my talents for more vain purposes? I quite like cosmetology and perfuming. Some of the perfumes they make are pretty potent. Not just from a smell standpoint, but because they have calming or exciting effects. The spottle I made is one I especially enjoy. It has musk and vanilla notes, along with some spice. It also makes men swoon. Not that it was my goal or anything. Do you, want to smell it? Why am I asking him that when I know good and well that that was exactly what it was made for? Man, I'm hopeless. Screw it. I don't care. How does that smell? Is it pleasant? I'm sure you could smell it from the bottle, with that nose of yours. What, are you doing? You should ask first. At least it feels nice. You're surprisingly gentle, given your strength. Still, don't squeeze me too hard. This much hug is enough for my liking. I guess it worked. Although I think he just wanted an excuse to hold me. I don't mind, though. So soft. Even through a suit. Anywho, we should probably head back inside. I think you've earned some rest. You want to sleep with me again? I told you that it wouldn't be a regular thing. Don't give me that look. Fine. But you're sleeping in your own room tomorrow. I didn't have the others arrange it so nicely just for you to never use it. Come along. Go ahead. Get ready for bed. There's sleeper over there. Don't be shy. I already saw you in your skeevies once before. I'll get changed myself. Magic my clothing on like before? I just forgot is all. Just don't stare. Too much. Now, bedtime. Get in here. Yes, I did protest earlier, but you make for a great pillow. Don't question it. Be a good boy and come here. Right, you should probably change back first. Attaboy. Get some shut-eye. Looks like I'm more to train you in tomorrow night. Sweet dreams.